Bungie always likes to add in little secrets and references that many players may miss, whether it be in the lore or, in this case, gameplay. Season of the Deep has many cool Easter eggs, like a secret tank in Ghosts of the Deep that throws back to the Red War, a Sparrow in the hangar which actually has a story behind it, returning characters from the lore, aquariums, and much more. Welcome Guardians, let's dive into some secrets. The Easter eggs begin right in the opening cutscene. This Guardian that flies into the portal has his own story in the lore. His name is Joxer. He was alive during the Ahamkara hunt, had some issues with Drifter and his corrupt game of Gambit. Joxer died presumably when he entered this portal, but before he did, he felt memories of his wife and children back on Earth years ago, of his name before he was a Guardian, and of the scream he was about to make before he made it. Definitely weird darkness memory interactions. Now we'll talk about some more connected lore stories like this in a bit, but Joxer's story is quite intriguing. I have a full video on the channel if you'd like to see it. If you told me fishing would be an activity in Destiny a couple of years ago, I would have called you crazy. Yet here we are in 2023 Season of the Deep, and Guardians can in fact fish. Throne World, Nessus, and the European Dead Zone all feature unique fishing spots, and it can actually be quite relaxing. That is, until a public event shows up and ruins everything. Fishing will give you gear and exotics when you bank them back at the helm. You can catch a variety of different fish, even exotic ones, but the cool part is the little images and names behind these creatures. They're all basically Easter eggs and references to something else in the game. Some of my favorites have to be gnawing hangar, ignition toad, salvager's salmon, and servant lobster. Here are all the names if you want to check them out. The helm always gets updated with new seasons. This season we have an aquarium. As you catch fish and bank them, they will appear in your aquarium. At the beginning of the season, this place was pretty much empty, but now it's blooming with life. It's not just fish though. If you head into the deep dive activity, you can also collect plants and corals to add to your collection. Also in your aquarium may be artifacts and secrets from previous seasons. For example, I have the Callus bobblehead right over here on the right. I think this is because I collected all the bobbleheads back in Season of the Haunted, so some players may not have the exact items I do, but there are many trinkets littered around this place. Here's the ones I got. Asa is the proto-worm leviathan we interact with this season. This isn't really an Easter egg now, but I guess it could kinda be when you look at it in the past. As some will know, Asa could be seen back in the base game of Destiny 2 on Titan, swimming through the waters of the arcology, and even on the surface. In Season of the Arrivals, Eris also spoke about Asa in the Prophecy Dungeon.
Pacific arcology.
On Titan? What's that got to do with the darkness? Sloan has that neighborhood on lockdown.
The Hive nest there in the ruins of the Golden Age, and a Leviathan of untold strength has made it her home.
On your stroll through the hangar, you may have noticed this Sparrow. Sometimes it's off to the side, other times it's right in front of your face and you might trip on it on your way to pick up a Trials passage. Believe it or not, this Sparrow actually has a backstory and the Elixni who can be seen working on it. This Elixni is called Neeks. Neeks was a friend of Amanda Holliday. Amanda and Neeks would raise sparrows together and formed a quick bond when the Elixni found a new home in the tower and the city. At first, Amanda wasn't sure if this thing was about to bite her head off, but it was just joking around with her, and they quickly became pals. They would often banter back and forth and work on various machines together. Neeks was a very skilled Elixni engineer. In a new lore card from one of these sparrows, the exotic one, Neeks is seen weeping on the floor near Amanda's setup. She misses her friend and doesn't know how to complete this sparrow, it's just been sitting here. A hologram of Amanda plays, a memory of them working on sparrows in the past together and sharing laughs. Neeks feels happy in this moment and gets back to work. Now you know the story behind this sparrow. In Season of the Haunted's Bump in the Night lore card, we are introduced to a cabal named Tukrin. Tukrin went on an expedition with his team into the derelict Leviathan and something went terribly wrong. His commander became corrupted by the nightmares, and Tukrin was forced to kill her, inheriting her weapon. After this incident, he was promoted to Centurion and was, well, haunted by these events, though he still led teams into the vessel of the deranged Emperor Callus. Why am I bringing this up? Well, in the final mission of this season, as we try to stop Xivu from taking Asa, Tukrin can be seen deployed by Lord Saladin to assist our Guardian. Pretty cool continuation.
More beasts, deploy. You will take that position.
Clever, warrior of the sky.
During the Red War, the Guardian's last mission on Titan, Utopia, involved finding a Golden Age CPU to crack Cabal communications. This would tell us about the Almighty, which we would need to destroy. This mission, though, involved an escape sequence in a tank, raised to the center of the arcology and Amanda could pick us up and extract. In Ghosts of the Deep, this season's dungeon, the same tank can be seen in the opening cutscene as the Guardians fly over.
Finally be looking up for us.
Another cool little secret, you can actually spawn in a same tank of this variety in the first encounter if you want. There are 6 consoles scattered around the area, and when all of them are activated, a tank will spawn at the beginning. Don't really think this has a purpose, but hey, tanks are always fun. Ghosts of the Deep has other secrets too. Xivu Arath has scattered fragments of audio recordings speaking to her dead brother at his tomb. And of course, the big man can be seen in the final boss room. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. These are some of the secrets and Easter eggs the community and myself have found in Season of the Deep, and let us know in the comments below if you found anything else in the lore or in gameplay. If you'd like to see some other Destiny secrets, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.